This should be a fairly short tutorial on the FileInfo file statistics. I'm essentially only looking at 5 statistics: attributes, which is an enum, creation time, last access time, and last write time, which are all date time, and length, which is long. And I'm getting these statistics from the FileInfo structure. We're using the same form I've been using for the past several tutorials. The file radio button will be checked for this. And one change I made is in the multi-line text box. I changed the font to Lucinda 14.25 point. And the reason for that is it's monospaced rather than being a variable space font, so everything will line up nicely when we use our formatting. I described the formatting and the date time to string in 2 previous tutorials, so we're going to glide over that too. And the other change I made is I changed word wrap to false, because it turns out the formats I used were 2 fields, one 25 and one 60. And the 2 combined are slightly wider than the text box, so we got an extra line put in every time if we used the word wrap. And the code is fairly straightforward. Probably if you actually want to look at any of these statistics, you'll want to just copy that specific code from the source code on my website. But as you can see, I'm basically getting the FileInfo data structure and then iterating through it with a for each. And the FI variable contains each of the entries in the array. And then I'm getting the specific attribute. Like in this case, the name of the attribute is attributes. And then translating into a formatted string that has first the keyword that says what it is, right justified, and then the value, left justified. So they should be together and they should all line up. I did the same thing with the date time, and with the date time I do a 2 string of capital F because I thought that format looks fairly cool. And the last one is long of length, and I just do a 2 string of the length and the usual 25-60 formatting, right justified and left justified. And of course I use a pin text to put them in the text box with a environment.newline to put everything on a new line. So if we run this, compile and run it, and I do initial browse for a folder, say Doug, my documents, do OK. We see we get the file name first at the extreme left, and then formatted underneath these are the 5 file statistics. Attributes, which in this case is archive. I think the only interesting attribute on this one is desktop.ini, which is hidden system and archive. And then we have the creation date, last access date, last write time, and finally length. And as I say, it's fairly straightforward. You probably want to just look at the source code and cut and paste if you actually ever need these statistics for a project. The next tutorial we're going to look at the directory info, directory statistics. So that should complete this whole directory info, file info series. I'll see you then, and don't forget to subscribe.